Hello friends! So I'm a little late hopping on today, but hopefully that's not such a big issue. We are currently going to be heading home. We are currently on Lisgar, which is a street I don't get to go explore very often because it's a bit of an unknown one. But I just got out of Glad Day, and their new space is actually quite lovely. It's multiple stories in there, as you can see. The zine and, well, book fair was great, went really well. And now we head home. So let's go for it. Hello, Princess. Good to see you, darling. There we go. All right. So this will be interesting because I'm actually, this time, not only holding the gimbal, but I also have my bag full of books and my backpack full of books. So lots of extra weight today, which is, you know, great when you're walking a long distance, but that's half the battle. Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late coming on today, but c'est la vie. I saw the book, it was interesting. It was fun. It's, in terms of like sales, I won't say that I'd made crazy bank or anything on sales of my book at the event. But in terms of presenting new and interesting projects, I got to share the channel with many people, and I got about 20 people to sign up by just giving them a little card reading. So yeah, that was fun. Especially in the cloth book. Oh yeah, that was super cool. Her name was Olivia, and I actually asked her if she would like to do a walk with me someday. And she could actually present people with like her work and what she's done and where she's been in the city and what she's been able to achieve in the city. So she said she would be up to that at some point, and I would love to have her because they were super interesting. So for perspective, we are at Dovercourt and Queen. We'll be away home, but hi Juanita, good to see you today. Oh yeah, when I left this morning, it was raining quite a bit. Yeah, it's calmed down now, but hopefully it doesn't rain on the way home because I would prefer to stay dry. Whew. Oh, hello, Harjot. Good to see you again today. Thank you for stopping by earlier. But yeah, overall, good experience. Got to share my books with people, which is always nice. And always able to... Ugh. You're welcome. Thanks, man. Every now and then, the screen will just shake awkwardly for a minute. And that's because I have my bag of books. I have to exchange them with my... with the free hand. But yeah, Glad Day's new space is really nice. Did you pick up any of the books? Unfortunately, I wasn't in the market to buy any other books. I also didn't make enough today from the market itself to actually be able to afford anyone else's books. But I definitely saw a few that are on my radar. J.M. Fry released a book that was... it looked like it was also like a queer male romance with a barista in it, and I'm just like, that was super cool. Yeah. Christian's books I always find intriguing and would love to read more of. You should tell them about your books. I will. So I had 3 books on sale there. One of which will actually be going to Princess for your event, which is the Glitter Bomb books. Oh my God, Christy, thank you so much. Yeah, let me, as per usual when I super. No. It's a little bit weird doing this with a bag of books, but I'm just like, Christy, thank you so much. That's incredible. And yeah, I really appreciate that. You're very nice to me. You're very, very nice to me, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. There we go. This is going to be a bit of an arduous walk home. Turns out when you're carrying like a giant bag of books, that's like a good 10 pounds, 20 pounds on you. And when you have more in your backpack, it's a lot. It's a lot. But the important thing is I'm getting to spend time with my friends. That's what I consider it. Hi, Timmy. Good to see you today. Oh. Awkward and heavy. I might be honest. At some point, I might just have to tap out of this walk because I don't know if I'll be able to make it all the way home with the amount of books in my backpack and in my arm. So, yeah. Why are you carrying the books? I am carrying home all the books that I didn't sell. And I was being silly earlier today. I was just like, I'll just bring 10 copies of each because that way I'm guaranteed not to sell out of them. But now I'm just like, I should have just brought 5 copies of each because not only did I not sell out of them, but now I get to carry them home. Which is fine. Which is fine. We're good. We're living. We're surviving. The things I do for my art. Yeah, I kind of hit the point today where I'm just like, I didn't make enough today to justify taking a car home. So I just gotta walk it. Which is fine. Again, that's why I'm just like, we will do the stream. Because that way I can kind of gauge where I'm at, where everyone else is at, and keep going. Keep moving. Have fun. Kick butt. All that good stuff. And also share with you some of the beautiful parts of Queen Street that get overlooked. Don't get me wrong, downtown Queen Street, very popular, very populated, a lot of really interesting stores, and the kind of perception is once you kind of pass Bathurst, it becomes less interesting. But I'd argue that. I would actually argue it's still very interesting, still a lot of cool things to see, but just more space between them. That becomes a bit more of a trek. But they do have the CAMH building here, or one of the CAMH buildings, I should say. The other one's up on College, of course, and we've walked by it many times. This one's under construction, so I don't know if it's still in operation. I'm so sorry, hon. Don't be sorry. This is a good time. We're having fun. And as I said, I could use today as a great experience to bring more people on board. And I got to tell people about the content I make. And I got to encourage people to sign up and enjoy the channel with me. So, you know, everyone is free to unsubscribe if they want to, but I got to have a moment of connection with them. And during that moment of connection, you just talk about what you can. So what I did was I brought they're like tarot cards, but they're called cloud cards. They're based off of card captors. And what I would do is I told people, it's just like, I'm gonna give you a card reading, but as I'm doing this, I just want you to tell me if you think, if you feel like you'd enjoy it. This is my YouTube channel, and will you consider subscribing? And so I got about 20 people to be like, you know what? Let's try it out. So that's what we got to do. Dang, card captor Sakura, not bad. Well, I mean, I could always just do a fortune telling day one day. if people wanted to log on or have like their card read or do a more thorough reading. That could be cool. The options, the different options. Astrology. Yeah, here's my thing, is I don't actually believe in a lot of astrology, but when it comes to things like reading cards, it's actually more about the psychology of it. Because instinctually, your mind is always looking for answers to the questions that are plaguing it, right? And so if I talk to you about a random card you pull, and I can pull up literally every scenario in the book, and just by using words like, this is a problem, or you have something in your life that's causing you harm, or there is something that's stressing you out, or like, is there a relationship right now that's feeling dramatic or strained? And by having those conversations, your brain will instinctually latch on to something that I say, and it will go with that. And it'll be like, okay, this is what every fortune teller does. This is what every reader does, card reader of all kinds. They will have those moments of being like, this is what this represents, this is what this could mean. How do you feel about it? But I think that I don't deal with astrology in terms of like, this is what this is. This is what this 1000% means. This is what you do. And just like, I don't believe in that. But I do believe that psychically, when given options, your brain will gravitate towards the things that make sense to you and that you need to tell yourself or you need to know in the moment. I thought it goes more for telling your future. Yeah, it can. Some people definitely use it that way. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. But I'm going to say that in situations like that, I never proclaim to know someone's future. I just say, how do you feel about this? What do you think about this? Is this something that you are dealing with? Is there a struggle? Because like, yeah, your brain's always looking for answers, right? And so if you have a card and you have options for your brain to follow, your brain will instinctually navigate itself towards the things that it needs to hear in order to give you the results that you need to live your best life. I'm going to go up through Trinity Bellwoods because it's just a beautiful park. Also, it's an area I don't get to explore at night very much, so one of the things I am excited to do is to let my mustache down. Turns out people really like the mustache. So when I'm at the events, it's good to have a discerning feature that people will recognize you for. I mean, at least theoretically. Beautiful view of Toronto. CN Tower right there. Oh man. Yeah, that stinks. Definitely smells like spring right here. So if you are new here, welcome. I hope you had a good weekend. And if you didn't have a good weekend, I hope the week ahead of you is absolutely golden. So, I think you attracted people there today with your sweet charm. I mean, I am charming AF, but I would rather attract people. Actually, no, I'll take the charm. I'll take charm. We'll go with that. I'm just a silly Billy. Oh. Oh. I regret coming here because this ground is very slippery. But if I fall, tell Randy I'm copying his style. Oh. don't know if you can hear that, but that wet squish squish. Ugh. Yeah, this was a mistake. But we're here now. Actually, it's funny, it's so dark outside, but the sky itself is still quite bright. I actually have to come over to the grass because the grass has more grit and traction on it than the path does. Like, look over there. That's just slick. Sometimes the route more traveled is the worst one. Randy did it with style. Oh, I mean, to be fair, we've all really fallen for Randy. I just have to be careful wishing him luck, because if you say break a leg the wrong way, he will. Look at how nice the CN Tower looks tonight. It's funny, because I think tomorrow is the day it's just going to go like pure green red. Once it goes pure green red, you know that is the time. That is the time. The view is beautiful. It really is. It's very nice. I don't often get to come to this park, but it's a really nice park. Actually, last time I was here was in the summer, and Hunter made us a picnic, and we got to go over and just sit on the space over there, overlooking the dog park. And then while we were there, he had this whole spread of food, and like it was like hummus and veggies and like meats and treats, and it was delicious. Hunter is very good at not only creating food, but creating great food partnerships. Whew. Definitely was a good night. Good day. And, oh. Yeah, so I think the plan is from here, I'm gonna walk for as long as I can without hurting myself. And then if it gets to a point where I need to stop, I'll call it. I think I might, we'll see how it is after a half hour and see if I can keep going. But because my backpack is so heavy, because it's laden with books, right? Because it's so heavy, I have to actually be very careful with it. But I sold like a couple copies of the books. I sold 2 copies of Glitter Bomb. I gave away a copy of Tin Wings because it was to a teacher, and she wanted to have a queer-coded science fiction steampunk book. And I was just like, I just happen to have that, and I feel like your students would enjoy this. I gave that one to her. Or I should say them. I gave that one to them. Oh, there's the streetcar. I must be coming up to Dundas or College. At least we're getting some beautiful. Look at that. A nice little bit of elegance with the lights. I do think Christmas lights are very pretty. And when they're done well, they can really make a house pop. But when done badly, they just pop. Exits pop. Yeah, this might turn into more of like an Odyssey trek. Beautiful little church here, actually. Don't know what church that is, but it's a nice one. Welcome to Dundas. Lovely street full of vibrancy and life and beauty. We'll also be going up through, I guess we'll be coming by Kensington, so I can always hop up through there. And then for there, we're actually not as far from my home as I think I am. But then again, I might actually be further from my home than I think I am. It's always the issue, is I never quite know exactly where I'm on with Dundas, especially college. Let's be fair. Also, with this Saturday coming up being my birthday, I was thinking of doing a little birthday walk about and inviting anyone who wants to come and join me out into the city. But also, just having a place, having a stream that we can all go onto and have some fun. So, as much as I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers by that point, I don't foresee that happening. But you never know. I'll keep it going. I'll keep at it. We'll have some fun. So today would normally be a more exciting walk, but it might just end up being a walk of exhaustion. Everyone in this corner was waiting for someone else to do something, so I just went. Zero regrets. Matchbox tattoo. I was hearing it actually. I was talking to someone at the sales today, and they were telling me about a place called Lucky 13 Tattoo, where you can get a flash for $33. I was just like, oh, well, that could be good for mine when it comes out. YouTube's notifications are as useful as a tissue paper boat. I mean, that tissue paper boat can be very waterlogged in a very short amount of time. There's no goodness there. Yeah, I don't know how long today's walk is actually going to be, simply because I am carrying home a giant bag of books while also having a backpack full of books, and I'm worried that if I walk all the way home, I might injure myself, and I just hope I don't do that. So we'll find out. We'll see where we go. Oh. Oh, well, that's great. Well, y'all can probably guess what happened. My gimbal died. Which, you know, to be fair... Come on. Oh, fuck off. Of course, this happens the day. Come on. Come on, garbage. Ah, Jesus. Okay, friends, this isn't gonna work. My gimbal just died, and as such, gonna probably just call it here, because I think I might just end up having to take the streetcar home which wasn't something I wanted to do today, but here we are. Let me give this one more chance to see if my gimbal will turn on. It will not. Alright, well, this is going to be too loose, and unfortunately, I guess I'm just a little... Having that happen isn't fair to you guys, so I'm going to fix this, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. Oh, jeez.